How are you there, awesome DCS brothers and sisters? Okay, Gaz Aces here, and I'm going to show you my mapping in DCS World with a beautiful Virpil MT Mongoose throttle 50C M3. That's the model of this one, 50C M3. Beautiful throttle it is. I love this thing. I've had it about 6 or 7 months now, and it's really doing me well. I love it. All right, so let's start. First, left. This is my engine crank left switch. So engine crank left, forward, and then when it goes back, it's my throttle left, idle. This is really cool. I love this one. Very easy. Engine crank switch left, forward, back, throttle left, idle. The next one, exactly the same, except it's the right engine crank, forward, back, throttle right, idle. Okay. This one here, battery on when I go forward, and when I go back, it's my APU on. So it's a really handy one, this one, because the next in the Hornet, we go battery on and then we go APU. Fantastic. Okay, this knob here, which is I've got set to my volume for comms 1, UFC comms 1, increase to the right and decrease to the left in volume. And if I press it, I've got this as my LTD switch, my laser targeting designator switch, on or off. This is a really handy one. I use this a lot when we're using laser guided Mavericks or GBU-12s, laser guided bombs. This is a really good one. You just press it, done, it's set, okay? So comms, volume increase, volume decrease. This one, comms 2, volume increase, and to the left, volume decrease. And when I press this one, it comes up with my mission briefing, okay? So that's a really cool one. All right, that's done. Now let's go here. This is my flaps. When I go forward, it's my flap switch to half when I go forward. When I go back, it's my flap switch to full. Forward half, back, full. This one is flaps again, but it's to auto. When I go forward, it's auto. Back, I've got nothing slaved to this back, so forward is auto. The buttons here, this one is my knee board on and off, so this will bring the knee board on the screen, on or off. This cycles through the pages, so previous page, next page. The top buttons here, this one is my info bar, okay, on this info bar on the screen. Next one is the pilot to show the pilot in the cockpit or remove the pilot off and on. This one is F10 map, so my theatre map here for this one. All right, let's come up here to the switches. We'll start from number 1. Let's go number 1. One is my chart dimmer control increase, and this is chart dimmer decrease. So 1 is increase and for my chart, and decrease for number 2. In the middle is nothing. Number 4 was my mode switch for day, and number 5 is my mode switch for night vision goggle. 4-day NVG for 5. Let's start with this one, easy. This is landing gear, down, up, down, up, easy. This one here, this is a really good one. This is a ready pre-contact call. I give the tanker when I'm coming in, so I hit this one forward and I go ready for pre-contact. Down, I've got that slave to nothing. So up, ready for pre-contact when you're about to hook up with the basket. The one above it is the fuel probe, so that makes sense. That's a good one. So retract and extend the fuel probe. This one up here, okay, top button. All right, let's start now with the buttons on the actual throttle. Let's go underneath here. This is the Hornet ball. I hit this one, call a ball. This one here, when I go forward, is my flyby view. When I go aft, it's my aircraft view, okay? External views there, flyby, aircraft. And when I go down, it's ground unit view. Really cool. When I go down, ground unit view. Up is released weapon view. When I press it, nothing. This one here is the pilot salute, of course, yeah. When I salute the pilot, when I'm about to launch off the boat, hit that one pilot salute. This one here is my control stick, show and hide the control stick for this one, okay? This one here is really handy. I use this all the time. When I press it, it brings up my UFC autopilot. When I press it in, UFC autopilot. When I go forward, attitude hold? No, attitude hold is this one. When I go back, oh God, I forgot the bloody name of the one. Level flight. Anyway, it's level flight. This one. It's not the right name. I know. I'm sorry. I'll flash it on the screen for you. I do forget the name. But back is attitude hold. This is just for normal level flight, forward. Up, I've got nothing. Down, I've got nothing. Push button is to activate, to bring up the air pole. Zoom in when I go forward on this one, okay? And when I go back, zoom out slowly. Zoom in slow, zoom out slow. Down, nothing. Up, nothing. Press, depress is cockpit view, and it also centers my view on the track IR. This is really handy when you're outside or looking around or whatever. You press this and it automatically centers the view, and if you're outside, it brings you straight back in the cockpit as well. Great little tool, this one. And the dial around it, when I go forward, brings my comms 1 switch, radio, forward, and when I turn it back, is comms 2. Really cool, I love this switch, this dial. Okay, this is just to, someone told me that this does activate a switch, but I haven't found it, I don't think it does. This just separates the two throttles, okay, left and right throttle, I've got that. That's just as is. Let's go to the front now. Actually, you know what? Let's not. Let's go around and back to the left-hand side. All right. Careful here with the GoPro. Come around here. Oh, this is Steven Spielberg in action here. Look at this. And so this one here is cool. This is a recce switch. When I press it, recce, that cancels out your HMD, I believe. I don't really use it, but anyway, it's there. Now, when I go forward, I use this a lot. This is awesome. When I go forward, it's a radar elevation control up, back, radar elevation control down. Okay, so back, aft, down, forward, up. But this one, as you know, when you have your long-range pod and you're searching for targets, this is your zoom in. Zoom in forward, zoom out. It's beautiful. I love this. I use this a lot, this one. So zoom in, zoom out, and radar up and down. All right, so let's go to the front. Make sure you can see this. All right, so this one, when I press it, this is my wheel brake, okay? Now when I bring it up towards me, this is my speed brake retract. And when I push it down, is my speed brake extend, okay? This button here, this is my pause track IR button. That's all I've got it slaved to, okay? This one presses as well. Yeah, sorry, I said that. That's wheel brake. Yeah, pressing, that's your wheel brake when you're landing and stuff. This one here, this is probably one of the most important buttons on the whole throttle. This is my TDC for slewing. You got up, down, left, right, and when you press, deep press function of the TDC. This one here, I've got slaved to the slewing, the axis. Haven't got that slaved to anything. This is, I find, much more accurate. Use this one for your TDC. It's a beauty. It really is a cracker. You'll like this one. Okay. This one I've got this slaved to nothing for this action, but for the pressing, I have it for my Raid Fleur FOV select button. Okay. Raid Fleur FOV select when you press it. I think that is all the buttons here I've done for you. I think that's it. The lift detent, and just go around to the camera and see if you can see this. Yep, the lift detent. Obviously, you know all about that, I'm sure. You just lift them up. You go forward for your afterburner. You lift the finger lift buttons lift, and then pull back. And there's a stop there. And when you're at this position, you're in 100% of throttle. Okay, but this position, when you lift the finger and go forward, you're in full afterburner. The detent, you just attach them there, the detents with your Allen key they give you there, the detents here and that. I just yesterday, I just undid this, and what I did was I tightened the tension, because when I got this, let me bring the camera around. So when I got this, I found that it was just too loose. It was going, I was bumping it, it was moving. So what you do is, it's really simple. If you go online, it'll show you in the manual. You just undo these 6 screws, 3 here and 3 here. They're like little Allen keys screws. You undo them. They give you the spanner, and there's two tension nuts that you tighten. And just get a little nip up there with the spanner, and you'll find it much more. It's tighter. It's a lot better. I find it. It's beautiful now. I think I've covered just about every button on this thing. All right, that's cool. Let's move on now to the the stick, the beautiful Constellation R, the Alpha Constellation R. I noticed on the webpage that they've got another model, an upgraded version of this called Premium or Prime, Prime it's called, I believe. Yeah, it looks pretty awesome, but I'm not interested. I love this one. This also, you can adjust the tension. Now you'll get 4 sets, you get an extra 2 sets of springs, and they're different colored, so you can't mix them up. One is like a brassy color, that's the extra tension, and the other is a silver color. Okay, and the silver color ones, it comes by default. Though I found them a little bit loose. I put the brass ones in here, and it's fantastic. It's gun trigger, second detent. This one here, this is the autopilot, nose wheel steering, and what is it? Disengage, yeah, and nose wheel steering disengage, and to disengage the autopilot. So nose wheel steering disengage and disengage the autopilot. This fella here, this is my weapon. No, this one is the SCS. That's right. Sensor control switch. Right, left, forward, back, and depress. It's also got the beautiful swivel. When you're hurtling down the runway, you can correct your steering if you need to be, or when you're just taxiing out left and right. Beautiful. This stick is amazing. It really is. It's a beautiful stick. Okay, let's have a look at the right hand side. There's not that much here. We've got one switch here. This one is I use for, I've got mapped to a jump to free camera when I push it forward. I love this one. When you hit it, you know, it gives an amazing view. For an external view, you hit this one. If you drop the bomb, hit this one, see what happens. It's great. And also if you're just flying around, you can zoom out of the frame by using this one. It's fantastic. When it goes back, this is the weapon. Oh no, that's chase view. That's right. Chase view is aft, and when I press it, I think it's weapon to target view. I've got this one. Yeah, weapon to target view when I press it. Okay, great little button there. Nothing else is here. This is a little tension wheel for your palm rest here. This wheel, this is really cool. I love this one. I use this all the time. When I push it forward, it increases the brightness of my HUD symbology. You just wheel it forward, increases the brightness, and when you wheel it back, decreases the brightness. I really like that. And when I press it, it cancels that caution, the warning caution. What do they call it over here? Master caution. Master caution reset when I press it. Okay, so HUD symbology, decrease and increase, master caution clear there. This one here, I haven't got it slaved to anything for any axis, but when I press it, it cycles my arresting hook. Okay, when I'm coming to land on the boat, I can just drop that, the resting hook there. This one here is my weapon select. Pretty common for this to select as for your weapons. Up, what have I got here? Down, AMRAM. Up is the gun. Right, Sparrow. Left is Sidewinder. But if I press it, it's my undesignate button or my nose wheel steering switch. I use this a lot when I'm doing the manual slewing with the Seeker and the MAV. I press it, my undesignate button. The one next to it is the open and close for my canopy. The one above, weapon release button. I think everyone has that. That's the red one. Very common, weapon release button. This one here is my uncage button when I press it. This is my trimming switch. Down, up, left wing, right wing, blah, blah, blah. Trimming. But when I press it, it's my uncage button. So that's uncage to press, and this one I press is undesignate. So really cool, these two little switches. That's about all. I mentioned this one. Yep. No, hang on. The CMS. No, I didn't. Oh, I forgot this one. The countermeasures here. Flare and chaff here. Dispenser switch. Okay. When I press this one, my dispenser. I think that's just about it of the stick. Nothing much else to talk about. I mentioned the springs in there. You can use the brassy coloured springs to give it a bit more tension. But yeah, that's about it. I really love this stick and this throttle. I think they're a beautiful setup, really a little bit expensive, and also the shipping. Well, I copped it sideways really for the price difference here, for the conversion rate being in Oz down here, and the shipping cost me a bit too, but you know, overall you forget about it. Oh yeah, and of course you can map your RGB there, whatever you want, any color you wish. Sorry, it's not RGB, it's just a light, a different color you can map there. And with the buttons here, You can have your colours here, colour coded. It comes with the decal stickers, but I don't like putting them on there. I don't want these to get all gummy. There's a whole bunch of stickers you can use, and they give you heaps of spare parts and spanners and things and Allen keys and other detents you can insert here. So it really is an amazing product, and I thoroughly recommend Virpil. They're beautiful, beautiful gear, beautiful equipment. I'm having a ball with this throttle and stick at the moment. Well, look, I hope that helped you out, and that's just my mapping. It's all personal choice, you know. Of course, everyone's got their own shtick, but yeah, this really works for me, and I'm really loving this setup at the moment. Okay, take care, stay safe, be kind to everyone, and I'll see you again soon, alright? Okay, bye for now.